So today we're going to look at stretching our lower limb. So all I'm going to use today is a scarf and a ball. Up to you which ball you go for. I've gone for a trigger point ball, so it's got little spikes on it. Tennis ball or dog ball will be absolutely fine for this as well. So we're going to start with a scarf stretch. So scarves are brilliant for stretching your lower limb because you can get the movement, you can get the stimulation, but you're not actually using the leg muscles, because what you'll find is sometimes when you go into doing exercises for the lower limb, because you're engaging everything and because it's weight bearing, it's very, very uncomfortable. So this is a good way to get around that. So what you want to do is just wrap it around your foot to start with, and then basically you're going to use your arms as a bit of a steering wheel. So what you want to do first is just drawing your big toe to your body. So we're just going to flex our foot like so. A couple of ways to do it. You can either do a bit of a pumping motion like so. Again, just go really easy, purely using my arms, I'm not actually doing that with my foot at all. So just with your arms. And then you can do a bit of a steering motion. So I'm going to pull on my right side and then I'm going to pull on my left side. And just do a couple. I just get into a bit of a rhythm with that one. So that's for stretching the foot. Although it's going to really help with the ankle, I actually would recommend stretching your knee. That can still have a lovely knock-on effect to your foot and ankle. So I'm going to get the scarf again. We're going to lie on our backs, exactly the same motion. So using our arms, you're going to go knee to chest. You're going to pull on your right and you're going to pull on your left. And again, either hold or do a little bit more of a ribbon with it, like so. So that's the scarf exercise. Next, we're going to look at just kind of rocking the leg. So there's two versions of this. We're going to do a bit of a side to side, and then we're going to go up and down. Same as before, we're actually going to use our arms to get the movement. We will do progressions when it's more using the muscles. But all you want to do is just literally just rocking your leg side to side. For me, when I get past my knee, it gets a little bit more tricky. So you can do it yourself and just lean forward and give it a little bit of a rock. You can use the scarf to do it, or get someone to help you and get them to do it, because it strains the back basically. So yeah, side to side. What you might find is as you go down, it can either get very sore, or you might find there's an area where it just doesn't move as much. For me, that's around my knee. So what I would do is when I get to my knee, I'd either draw it a little bit more to the side, so a little bit more of a bigger action, or when I'm there, just spend a little bit more time just giving it a good old stretch. You should find it will free up. It might take a little while to do that, but it should sort of ease up either in terms of pain or in terms of actual movement. So have a go at that one. There we go. Then what you want to do is actually just stimulate the muscles this time. So what you're aiming to do is almost do a bit of a rainbow with your foot. So from one side all the way to the other. When you start this, it might just be a very small rainbow, but that's what we're looking for. I still would like you to kind of stimulate one area at a time. So what I would do, I want the movement to come from the hip first. So I'd actually use your hand to hold onto your hip, stimulate the area, and then do the rainbow. Then your knee, so hold onto your knee, and a bit of a rainbow again. And then foot, same again, so you can do it yourself, but don't strain your back doing it. So either get someone to help you, or find an item around the house to do it. So this is just a bit of post. So I'm just going to stimulate the area and then go side to side like so. So that's the rotation element. We're now going to go up and down. So exactly the same. So we're just going to go up and down, nice and gentle like so. Any particular areas that are a little bit more painful or a little bit more resistance, we're just going to sort of hover there. I'm just going to hover at my knee. And again, anything below the knee, you can feel free to use a scarf or get someone to help as well. So the progression from there, if you get your scarf, and what we want to do is start in that position, so knee is bent, and then we're just going to push down into the scarf, and just a couple of those, just sliding your leg down. Once you're happy, you can even do it the other way, so just sliding your leg up a little bit more strenuous. You can really feel that working the thigh and the calf. And just do a couple of those. The final stretch, we want our tennis ball. And what we're going to do very lightly is just kind of roll over the skin. I'm not really putting any pressure in at all. It's very, very light. It's really good at just stimulating the area. So it's good for everything, really. It's good for blood flow. It's good for nerves, joints, muscles. It's good for everything. So and proprioception, so really good for balance as well. So just really lightly, I'm just going in a circular motion. You can go up and down, but we're just going to work the whole of the lower leg. You can do the thigh as well if you want to. I'm just going to do below my knee. You can go up and down as well. Once you're happy with that, you can put a bit more pressure in it as well. What you'll find when you work around, there'll be some areas that are a little bit sharper, some areas that might ache more. Sometimes it can actually affect the temperature of your foot as well. I'd actually encourage you to linger along those areas. Our body is prone to kind of build up sort of defence mechanisms, if you like. However, if you're in a lot of pain just before the exercises, I'd argue the defence mechanisms are kind of going the wrong way. So actually by stimulating that area, you kind of bring it all back to the baseline. So it means that you can actually get a bit more out of it. You can get a bit more of a stretch. If there is a lot of sort of muscle tension, or if there is lacking blood flow, you can actually stimulate that area specifically. So yeah, so if you can, will be painful, but going a little bit more into that area. So say if it's here, I'd probably go a little bit harder, and just for 10 to 15 seconds, just focus on that area, like so.